My love for art started at a young age. I was around 10, 12, and or maybe younger than that actually. And I would collect the Archie comic books, and I'd read them, and then after I read them, I'd want to go and draw the characters that I read from that story. Like each story would be like a different set of characters, and so I'd read a story with Betty and Veronica, and then I'd want to go and draw them. And I would do that almost every time I'd read one of their books. And then also I remember I was really into Sailor Moon when I was younger, and I had a Sailor Moon notebook, and I'd always go and try to draw like the characters and have them doing different things, and just I just knew from a young age that I was into trying to draw things that I saw. So that's probably like the first creative memory I have, like going way back to when I was younger, just always trying to draw characters from things that I personally enjoyed as a kid. So that's the first like clue to me that I was into art, and that was something I was probably going to pursue. When I graduated high school and I knew I was about to start college, I told my parents, and I thought to myself that I wanted to be an art major. And, well, not just an art major, I wanted to do fashion design. So I was going to attend college and be a business major and an art minor, because my parents told me, like a lot of people say, to be successful you need to have some kind of business major, nursing, or something like that. So I went into school my freshman year as a business major, and I hated it. The first classes I took were business classes, and I was just bored out of my mind. I was like, what is this stuff? Like, I just wasn't passionate about it. I didn't like it. So I followed my heart. Well, I really followed my heart after I took my first drawing class. I took my business classes. I was bored to death. I took my first art class, which was a drawing one class, and after that class, it was like real to me. Like, this is what I want to do. Like, I want to be an art major. I don't want to do business. Like, I want to do full-on art student. So that's when I started really getting into working on my craft and being an art major. Art to me is everything, honestly. I think the world is art. The world wouldn't be anything without art. Like, everything around us is art. Like, this right here is art. These trees are art. The sky is art. Like, I just think everything is art. Everything has a beauty, and everything is just creative in its way. So when I think of art and what art is to me, you can see art in everything if you are looking for it. And not even if you're looking for it, like, it's just all around us. Life is art. Everything would be bland and plain. Like, can you imagine living in a world where everything was just gray or just white or just black? You know, everything is colorful. Everything is beautiful. So I think art is everything. Art's all around us. My advice to anyone who wants to be an artist and is discouraged, or is always having people telling them, like, what are you going to do with being an art major? Because I still to this day get that question, like, all the time. Like, what are you going to do with a painting degree? Like, what can you do with that? How are you going to get paid? How are you going to have, like, pay your bills, etc., etc.? Like, you're going to get that for a while, you know what I mean? But don't let that discourage you. I honestly feel like our lives are too short to pursue something that we don't love. Like, don't go into something just because you're like, well, I'll make money for it. Like, I'll make good money. I want to be passionate about what I'm waking up every morning to do. Like, I always told myself, I don't want to be the type of person in life where every day I have to wake up and be upset. Like, not just upset, but, you know, you wake up for work and you're just not happy. You're like, I have to go to work today. Like, hate my job, etc., etc. Like, I don't want to be that person. I've personally worked, I worked at Sonic, I worked at TJ Maxx, and I was that person that I'd wake up and be like, God, I have to go to work today. I don't want that to be my life. Like, that's not what I want. So I would tell you to think of it that way. Just pursue what you feel like. Follow your dream. As corny as it sounds, like, that's just how it is. You need to do what you want to do. There's thousands of artists that have made it. So don't let what people are telling you, like, oh, like, what are you going to do with that? Like, that's just drawing. Like, you're just doodling. Like, go get a real job. Like, no, art is a real job. Just do you. Basically, just do you. And be confident in yourself and work on your craft and just put yourself out there. That's all you can do as an artist. Just market yourself, put yourself out there. Let your work be known.
My all-time goal, like for my future, when I look and I say, what do I want to do with my art passion, I picture myself, like I have a picture already in my mind. Okay, I'm somewhere awesome, I don't know where setting-wise, but I'll have like this huge like loft, like, or with like a huge studio in it, and just like all my art all over the walls, just everything that I want to make, that I personally enjoy making. Because that's one thing about being an artist, people want you to do certain things that's not your style or your thing. So I want it to be everything I make, and be my own boss, be my own manager, and just put out work and sell it. Like, have a website, have, just market myself and make money off of doing what I like. That's what I want to do.
もしもし。